The warning check power steering system in your Honda Civic may have two major scenarios. It may be shown isolated, so this would be the only warning you will get on the information display, or it can be accompanied by a certain set of other warnings like check VSA, emission control system fault, and others. If you see a ton of warnings changing one by one on the screen, the problem is unlikely to be connected with actual power steering problems. There are hundreds of reasons that may cause such behavior, and the best solution would be to get the car checked with a high-end Honda-compatible scanner. If you are in the middle of nowhere and see this, the smart move would be to stop the Civic and disconnect the 12-volt battery for several minutes. Just make sure you disconnect the negative cable first and then connect it last. This won't probably fix the problem forever, but it may reset the warnings and you will be able to drive with some peace of mind. I've seen absolutely unrelated problems causing such behavior in the Civic, like brake fluid level being low, MAF sensor sending wrong readings, 12-volt battery losing voltage and affecting the charging system in your car, catalytic converter about to die, and auto sensor reading high emission levels, etc. So it's impossible to guess what's wrong, and the car will most likely need a professional inspection. The second scenario is when you see the isolated warning check power steering system. In this case, the problem is most likely with four things, and most of them may actually be checked on your own. First of all, this may be a problem with the battery. The power steering gets its voltage from the battery no matter what, so even if the alternator is working properly, the system may have problems when the battery is very weak and can't hold voltage properly. You should check the battery with a load tester or charge it with an external charger and see how it behaves. If the battery is older than 5 years, I would just buy a new one anyway. The second possible culprit is the EPS fuse. For the 2016-2021 Civic generation, it's part of the multi-fuse located in the engine compartment fuse box, and you can take it out and see how it feels. The blown fuse is quite easy to spot. If the fuse is blown, there may have been serious damage to the steering rack or its wiring, but anyway, replacing the fuse first is a good idea to see if it's blown again or not. Sometimes you're just lucky and you will repair the car for several dollars. The third possible problem is wiring to the EPS. You can track down some wires even without professional help, and sometimes it's enough to find the culprit of the power steering warning. The problem is Honda uses soy-based wiring insulation, and if a mouse or rat or let's say a squirrel gets under the hood of your car, they may chew those wires. You'll be surprised to know that this problem with Honda cars is not as uncommon as you may think. So inspecting the wires and connectors is your last resort when it comes to DIY solutions. The fourth reason is the power steering unit itself. If this is the case, you will need professional help to identify the damage and learn if it's possible to repair the unit or if the steering rack assembly requires replacement. Unfortunately, such repairs are never cheap.